Hello, my name is Andreanna, and I am a current junior here at Saline High School. Today, I'm going to talk about, in my opinion, a particularly important topic, success. I can't pinpoint one particular point in my life when I started to feel pressure to succeed, but I've, so far, been navigating my high school experience feeling immense pressure to succeed. I've struggled specifically with feeling pressure to academically succeed due to the fact that I see academic success leading to economic success in the future. In a way, I'm feeling pressure currently because I want to succeed in the future. However, even my perception of success in the future is skewed. I see success as having a high-paying job with prestige. However, I am not the only person who feels pigeonholed into embracing a specific type of success. In AP Lang last trimester, we had a discussion about the pressure we feel as high school students. Several people, including myself, shared opinions that centered around the feeling of not doing enough, feeling pressure to get good grades, and getting into college. That discussion actually inspired me to delve deeper into the topic of success. Where are these pressures coming from? What is the social attitude towards success? What even is success? To answer those questions, I gathered some data from students and staff in Saline High School, along with other programs outside of school. I have 5 key takeaways that I'd like to share with you from my data. The first data point that I wanted to discuss was definitely the most obvious. 87% of people surveyed said that they did feel pressure to succeed. About 4% of respondents said that they felt somewhat pressured to succeed, and about 9% of people said they didn't feel pressured to succeed at all. This is an important fact because it establishes the importance of success in the lives of the surveyed demographics. 43% of those under 18 said that pressure to succeed had a mix of negative and positive effects. 40% said they felt pressure to succeed had negative effects, and 44% of those 18 to 64 said that pressure to succeed had a mix of effects. 28% said pressure to succeed had negative effects, and another 28% that said that pressure to succeed had positive effects. This is important because it shows that some pressure can be positive, but too much pressure does have a negative effect. When it came to defining what respondents thought society prioritized when it came to success, 48% said that financial success was the most important societally. 24% said that academic success was prioritized most in society. About 6% said that they thought society prioritized looks and perfection. The majority, with 86% of respondents, said that they felt pressured to conform to the standards of success that society establishes. The data from those who identified mainly as male seemed to corroborate the data from those who identified as female. 44% said that financial success was most important in society. 33% said that academic achievement was the most important, and 11% said that having a high status was most prioritized. Finally, 80% said that they felt pressured to conform to societal standards of success. I find it interesting that those who identified as female found themselves pressured in different ways from those who identified as male. For instance, women felt pressured to conform to the societal standard of being perfect. Fourth, 33.6% said that the main source of pressure is themselves, and this is significant because it kind of encapsulates the impact of multiple pressures. For example, personality, culture, and personal values are all factors that could impact how an individual sees success. 49% of respondents also said that they believed having a passion for the work done in a specific career path was most important when choosing a job. This statistic does leave me with a positive outlook on the future. It is easy to be pessimistic about the future and believe that everyone is just out to make as much money as they can without truly caring for others. However, this statistic indicates that our world will be in good hands, the caring hands of a generation who prioritizes pursuing their passions over monetary gain. But where do these types of success come from? Why do students, most of them under 18 years old and still financially reliant on their parents, feel so pressured to succeed economically? Why are students putting undue pressure on themselves to get good grades and get into good colleges? As evidence from the data I've collected, there is no one right answer as to where this pressure to succeed comes from. However, the most significant answers to the question would be self, parents, society, and school. Many people I surveyed expressed a feeling that most of the pressure to succeed in their own lives comes from themselves. I too can relate to this pressure. However, when I surveyed respondents on what their definitions of success were, many of them said setting goals for themselves and achieving them. It is important for all of us to recognize that the goals we set don't have to be lofty. We don't have to retire early or get a perfect GPA. Having goals and being perfect are two different things, and only one of them is actually attainable. For some people, success looks like getting an A on a math test, but for others, success at achieving a goal could be going on a walk every day for a week. We put so much pressure on ourselves to achieve because we have internalized the goals society has set for us and ignored the goals we have set for ourselves. Parents are another big factor that respondents cited as putting pressure on them to succeed. Many people said that their parents held them to a standard that they struggled to live up to. This actually connects to my finding that the majority of people feel pressure to succeed has had a mix of positive effects. Many said that the pressure motivates them to succeed, but an undue amount of pressure puts, to quote one respondent, a tremendous amount of stress on them. I am not a parent myself, but I think I can assume that most parents want the best for their children, and that includes economic and professional success. It is important to be intentional about messages that define what constitutes success, because that can completely shift a person's worldview and their goals in life. When I read through the responses, I was surprised to see that school puts pressure on students to be successful. Though many respondents did not elaborate as to how school puts pressure on them, it is not hard to imagine what they meant. There is seemingly an unending amount of pressure to do well in school, to get good grades and get into a good college. However, what is good to each person is different. There is no denying that society does dictate what constitutes goodness. However, when it comes to pursuing success, one has to adopt their own definition of goodness. I prefer to think of goodness as the best that I can do, but goodness is 100% up to interpretation. But what connects all of these factors is society. Society dictates that we succeed in these disciplines, and society dictates the terms as to what constitutes success. However, society also dictates perfection, which we all know is unattainable. So can we really trust what society tells us about success? While it is inevitable that financial success will always be in the back of our minds because of the world we live in, we can choose to redefine how we define success in our everyday lives. The question is now, what exactly is success? Well, as we can see from the data I've presented, success means such different things to different individuals. Some people feel pressured to be successful financially, while others feel content if they have achieved their personal goals. When I set out my Google form to collect data, I included a free response question that asked, "What is success to you?" While we might be tempted to succumb to societal pressures and define success as the accumulation of money and status, it is important to realize that success means something different to each person. Success can be as simple as accomplishing what you set out to do, doing what you love, and being happy. Success is not a one-size-fits-all concept. It is something that should be defined personally and tailored to fit one's economic, professional, academic, and athletic goals. While I can't offer you a specific definition as to the very broad topic of success, my favorite response that I got in my Google form is anonymous, but I believe it is valuable advice when it comes to defining success, and I would like to share it with you. I think that success is what you make it. Working towards your personal goals and completing them is success. There is success in the process and in the end goal. Thank you.